I found myself living with my paternal grandmother in the village of Kamana. And we were living there I was the youngest. I was told that my dad and my mom separated. They fought very badly to an extent that my mom lost his lower 6 teeth. Me, I came to realize this because my father had moved on. He married another wife and they were living peacefully. He didn't care about us. It was my grandmother who was providing for us food, and bearing in mind that she was very old. So I overheard my elder brother speaking to my dad that they want to go to where my mom is. And I was surprised because I didn't know that I have a mother. And I just entered and I started saying that even me, I want to see mom. Even me, I want to see mom. Even me, I'm going. And my brother didn't want that idea, bearing in mind that I was only 5 years. And I cried loud. And my dad ended saying that I will go. And this made me feel very happy. So hiyo siku mimi ndio nilikuwa wa kwanza kuamka. And then the journey started very early in the morning. We didn't board a bus. We ended up walking that long distance. I had so many blisters. We reached at my mom's homestead in the evening. Reaching there, the urge of seeing my mom disappeared in the thin air. Since my mom was not there, I just heard my uncle saying that my mom is in Kisumu town doing some business and is doing well. I think we stayed there for months, like 6 months. Well, the day my mom came, she went straight to my uncle's house. Is when I was called that, Lillian, your mom has come. Go and see your mom. I felt so good and I went running with the eager to see my mom so that I could hug my mom. When I saw my mom did not hug me. She looked at me as if she doesn't know. And since that day, I knew that the only person who cares for me in this world is only God. My hopes were shattered. But after that, my mom just talked to me and she bought some clothes, of which revived my hope. I said, even if she never hugged me, at least she has bought me some clothes and some shoes. And the day she was going back, she went without telling me. I just heard from my uncles that my mom has gone. I felt so bad. I felt rejected. I asked myself, why me? I asked God, why me? Now, at my uncle's place, things turns upside down. Remember, at our place, my elder sister used to do everything for me, including bathing me. When I reached at my uncle's place, they gave me all house chores. Since my step-grandmother was having a son who was by then in standard 6, he was the one who used to do those things. But since now this uncle of mine saw me, he didn't want to do anything. They left for me everything. I used to fetch water every day. There is a pot, a big pot. They used to tell me to make sure that it is full. After that, I go to the forest to fetch for firewood. I sweep the whole house, the bigger one and the kitchen. And after that, I top it by going to the center to the posho mill. Naenda kusiaga. And since I could only carry 2 kgs, I used to do it every day. And this center, there used to be 2 days of marketplace. That one I can vividly recall. And during this market day, women could come to the posho mill, and there was a very long line. They were like 3. So you find that they swap me, and I end up being the last. Even if I was not the last, I could not talk, because the world taught me not to complain. The world taught me just to be there to be seen. So God normally comes for my rescue. When I was the last, I could find one Samaritan mama would ask me, because at the age of 6, and mind you, this center is quite a long distance, it's not near. And I could tell her that I'm going to such a homestead, and the mama could say no, because it is now 5:30 a.m. at night. You cannot go there, it is dangerous. Let's go to my place, then tomorrow you will go. When I remember the cane I'll be given, I could tell this mama, no, I cannot spend here. Let me just go. I rather die, but I'm not spending. So this mama, out of, I think it was God, he could take his children, 2 boys, to escort me to my uncle's place. And we could reach as late as 1 a.m. Everybody has slept, and nobody knew that I've not come. Then the following day, I could hear my grandfather saying that he's asked my uncles to come and look for me. They did not. They ended up going to their houses and slept. And this thing happened for so many days until I became used to it. I can remember one incident. Then karibu fisi inikule. Ilinguruma, alafu nikatetemeka. Nikaanguka chini na unga. Nikasikia mwili yote ina shake, alafu kukanyamaza. Nikasema nilale hapa na ni karibu na bush. Then I just gathered courage. Nikasema let me just go, kama atanikula anikule mbele badala nilale hapa, it's risky. And that day I managed to walk alone paka nyumbani. Nikapata tu wameshalala kama kawaida. Na mimi nilikuwa nalala kitchen, because it happened that my mom akaleta tena my younger step sister. So tulikuwa wawili. Na huyu unajua alikuwa anaishi town. Hajazoea kufanya hizi kazi, na akikuja tena yeye pia ameingizwa. So nilikuwa namuonea huruma juu ajui hata kufanya hizo vitu. So I end up doing everything plus tena kumuogesha. So ni kama tena nimeongezewa na kufua manguo pia lazima nifue manguo zetu nimuogeshe. Saa hizo sasa niko na miaka 7. This thing went on until now I can remember nikiwa class 1. There used to be 2 of my step uncles who used to molest me sexually. Nilikuwa na mkanga kwa hii kitchen, ndio nilikuwa nalala, ndio kuna manguo zangu. So nikishavaa nguo nataka kwenda shule, anko yangu amekaa kwa kiti, hizi kiti za kukalia kwa kitchen. Then all of a sudden I saw my step uncle removing his, and I got scared because I've never seen one. And I was like, nyoka. And he told me, no, hii nyoka haiumangi, hii inaingianga tu kwa shimo. So he ended up removing my pant and at the same time telling me, why is your pant falling? I got confused because I didn't know. He's asking me, why is your pant falling? And he's the one undressing my pant. One did it twice, just while sitting. So it was not that penetration as such, but I felt some pain since it's something that I've never had. But this other one could just call me to his brother's house. When he could see when there is nobody in the homestead and call me and then lock me up. And what he could do is remove your pants and go to the bed. And he could do it. And this one did it severally until it became a time that every time when he called me, my body, the whole of my body shakes and my heart inatetemeka. Na huyu alifanya severally, because I can remember after doing it, I used to go at the back of this hut and urinate, and I could see myself, my urine white, and I was like, why is my urine white? Right now is when I can understand why it was white, but by then I didn't understand. So I felt so bad and I ended up hating him. But now I wanted to tell someone, but there was nobody to tell. And we lived here with my stepsister for 4 years. And mind you, I didn't know they were 4 years, because to me, I thought there were so many years. I just come to recollect in the year 2016 that they were 4 years. And within these 4 years, they took me to school and I thank them. But let me tell you, I cannot tell you which number I used to become. How I used to pass those classes, I don't know. Up to date, I was traumatized. So the person who rescued us was another step uncle who saw the way we were being mistreated. And my grandfather used to have sugar plantation. So this step uncle stole the sugar to go and sell so that we can get the fare for the 3 of us to take us to my mom's place at Kisumu, where I used to do the business. And he managed to get the fare, and we went back to my mom. And when we reached, my mom was on a business trip, so we didn't find my mom. But to my surprise, my mom's house was full of his step brothers and brother. His real brother was 1, but his step brothers were 3, plus another step sister. And they were living a good life. And so we stayed here until my mom came back. And when my mom came back, she was kind of surprised to find us there. And he asked us why we came. And I tried to narrate to her the way we were being mistreated. In fact, we had some marks and blisters. I can remember my younger sister was having fresh blisters of canes from her back. And my mom did good. He took us to the hospital and we were treated and we got healed. So I just looked at my mom straight on the eye and I told her, Mom, you know what? Me, I'm not going back. If I can't live with you here, take me back to my father. Then my mom is now when she realized how serious it was. And that is how now I started living with my mom in Kisumu. I was just newly married. Ndio ako tu na mtoto mmoja mwenye ako tu na months na ako na sisi. aliamuka tu akaniambia, Lilian, tomorrow at 9 a.m. I don't want to see you in my house. And it was like boom. And mind you, during this time, I had found a sponsor, msamaria mwema, mwenye alinilipia nafanya computer studies. Hivyo sasa nikaamka, nikaenda project, nikaenda computer classes. Ilikuwa inaishanga saa 10. So vile iliisha, nikaenda Kenyatta Sports Ground, ile iko Kisumu. Nikalala hapo nikifigure where will I spend my night. Then all of a sudden, a man stood by and asked me, I've seen you here for like 1 hour and you look perturbed. What is it? Me, I thought God has answered my prayer and has brought an angel to help me. So I opened up to the man. Nikamwambia mimi nimefukuzwa na vile unaniona hivi. Nimetoka college na sijui nitalala wapi na ndio hii usiku inaingia. Akaniambia ni hiyo tu, usijali, mimi nitakusaidia. Nitakupea palipa kukaa. College utamaliza lini? Namwambia imebaki 4 months. Tuende, tukaenda. Akani welcome vizuri na akakaa na mimi vizuri bila kunisumbua, hata bila kuleta some alarm ati ananitaka. So the 3rd week, all of a sudden at night nikashtuka mtu ananiundress. Kuamka hivi ni yeye. Akaniambia ati nimekusaidia na wewe hujarudisha mkono. Hata wewe pia you reciprocate. So I felt shame on me. I felt I was the one who was wrong because mimi ndio nilijipeleka kwake. I had no option. One thing led to the other and that is how I got just took warm water and massage, and the following day they were back to normal. But now the funny thing, they were paining. And I persisted to go back to work because this job was not permanent, neither was it a contract. It was like a kibarua. So I had to soldier around like a soldier. So I went to work. Until now, those bosses, and I thank them wherever they are, they had mercy on me. And they contributed money and they advised me to go to the hospital. In fact, one referred me to his doctor at Kenyatta, where they did so many tests and they found out that I had problem with nerve system. So they prescribed some things that like radiotherapy, but since I didn't have money, and the way life taught me not to be a bother to someone, I didn't go back to these directors and tell them that, hey, this is the report and I don't have money. I just took that report and put under my bed and I told Jesus, you know what? It's either I die or I live. Now I met another mama who took me to, now they used to do for me physiotherapy because this thing affected my spine. I could not walk sometimes for 2 days, but when I go for physiotherapy every day, I can walk. So I used to go every day. Kucha zangu zikaturn black as a result of this thing. Za mikono na za miguu. Hata miguu za chini zilikuwa zimeoza na inatoa usaha. So nikasema, nimeachana na hii mambo ya kuchomwa na stima. So nikaamua kama ni kifo ikuwe kifo. Nikaacha. At some point in my life, I contemplated committing suicide. This is when I was sick, my leg was paining, I was out of the job, and mind you, I am just me. There's nobody to lean on. Because I had so many problems that even my siblings separated themselves from me. During this time, I was all alone with my son. I felt worthless. I felt as if the world could swallow me. But when I looked at my son, how innocent he was, I said, I must soldier on. I must live for my son. I didn't want my son to be a street boy. That is why I'm living. My son is the reason why I'm living, and I really love him. When I'm counting my blessings, I normally count him 10 times. I'm telling this story to inspire people who have lived with both parents, providing everything, to know that living with both parents or even one parent is like a gift from God. Because some of us, like me, we never had that chance. At the same time, I want to talk to parents who separate. Separation is unavoidable. But when it comes, please, especially the mothers, remember the young children. Remember that your differences don't involve these young children. These young children, they never applied for you guys to bring them on this world. Just do what you can. In fact, a mother, do not leave your young one. Just go with this young one. A kid is always safe with the mother. Even if she sleep angry, you will feel that comfort. And even this anger will be overtaken by the comfort that the kid is getting from the mother. So I'm urging parents not to reject their children. I forgave my parents, and ever since I forgave them, I found peace that I've never found. In all my life, I've never found peace. But after forgiving my parents, I found the peace that surpasses all human understanding. And this is my story to everyone that is watching.